Tukirejea hapa Nairobi ni kwamba katibu wa elimu profesa Julius Bitok anakagua jinsi wanafunzi wa gredi ya 10 wanavyopokelewa katika shule mbalimbali hapa Nairobi. Kwa sasa yuko katika shule wavulana ya Alliance.
I want to say that overall the transition process is going on very smoothly. We have been able to go to Moi Girls Kamangu, which is a C2 school. We have seen what is going on there. Our officers are going around. We have asked our field officers to go around to ensure that they support learners, they support parents, so that we have a smooth transition. I want to say that the process so far is varying from school to school, but overall, we are confident that by the end of this process, all the students will have been placed successfully. As you may be aware, there are those students who report early, there are those who delay a little bit, there are those who come in late, but we are telling our schools, let us get ready for our grade 10 students, let us admit, and I'm asking schools and our field officers, let us even utilize the weekends, Saturday, Sunday, to be able to ensure that we take as many of our students as possible. Our expectation is that we shall have 100% transition because we have enough spaces in grade 10 senior school to take all the learners. Remember, we have 1.5 million spaces against 1.1 million learners. So every learner in this country will have a school, will have where they can be able to join. And we are working very hard to ensure that we remove all the bottlenecks, all the challenges. We are listening to the parents, we are listening to the students to ensure that we have a smooth process all through. So far, we are confident and we know that the numbers are growing slowly, but we are confident that by tomorrow, these numbers will be up. We have been discussing in the ministry and we are thinking of actually extending the deadline a little bit to accommodate those who come in late. And consultations are still there, but we are hoping that the minister will be able to give a clear position of the government on this particular issue. But we want to encourage the learners that the deadline is tomorrow. And don't take more time. Report to school as soon as possible so that by the time the deadline comes tomorrow, you're already in the school. We are very happy with the digital system which we are using to do the placement. We are happy with the way selection was done, and we are confident that all our learners will be able to report to their schools as required.
Well, there are good and successful stories in most of the cluster 1 and cluster 2s. There are reports that most of the cluster 4s have hardly received any student. What would you say about this?
I want to say that 42% of all the students who have reported to schools are in C4 schools. Actually, the highest number. Of course, we expect C4 to have the highest number of students. But I want to say that majority of the C4 schools around the country are receiving students. The only problem is that the numbers are going up slowly. But 42% as at now are C4 schools. So across the board, whether you are talking about C1 schools, C2 schools, C3 schools, C4 schools, students are reporting across the board. And that we expect more students to go to C4 because they have more capacity. But so far, 42% of the students who have reported in C4 schools.
Do you have any plans to help the parents of students who are still grappling with getting schools? Because some of them are revised but are not placed in any school so far.
I want to say that all the 1.1 million learners have been placed in a school somewhere. Of course, there are still those who are attempting to change, to request for revision. And the government has said they have up to tomorrow. And there are those who have said, let's wait and see whether we can get a change. But I want to encourage the students to take the schools that they have been given. Every learner in this country has a school. There's no learner here who doesn't have a school. What you only need to do is to confirm by sending SMS to 22263, or you can go to the portal and put in your assessment number and the PIN, and you know the school you have been placed. And then once you know the school you have been placed, download their admission letter and the guidelines and the school fees structure and everything that is required for that school, and then go to school. All learners have been placed. It's only that there are still parents who are optimistic that they can be able to change their schools, and we have opened that window up to tomorrow, 16th, so that they can be able to revise through the portal, through digitally. And we have asked our field officers, our sub-county directors, county directors to help us in this process, together also with the head teachers of junior school and the principals of the senior school, to ensure that we have a very, very smooth process.
What is the minister doing to solve the confusion about placement of grade 10? We have complaints about the placement.
There is no confusion about placement of grade 10. We have been able to place 1.1 million learners. The only challenge is so many students are interested in only 20 schools. Like I said before, more than 50,000 learners are interested in only 20 schools, which is impossible to place because so far, as we speak now, the reporting to these 20 schools is almost 90%. So I want to encourage parents to take up the schools the students have been placed. And there's no confusion. We are very clear in our mind. The transition process is very smooth, and we are confident that all the learners will be transitioned.
Lastly, for me, there are complaints about teachers for certain pathways like woodwork. Maybe as a ministry, are you going to do something to help build the capacity of teachers to teach these pathways?
We are working very closely with the TSC, together with our universities, and we have had a few meetings to ensure that we are able to build capacity of some of the areas like methods, those specialized areas which have fewer teachers, because over time we want to build capacity of some of our big schools to be able to teach some of those technical areas which were not there in the previous curriculum. We are doing everything possible, but I want to assure you that we have been able to retool 229,000 teachers to support competence-based education. So majority of the teachers are trained, but there are those areas which need specializations, like for example metalwork, woodwork, Chinese language, some Hindu trade, those kind of things. We are doing something also to ensure that we provide opportunities for our grade 10 learners and for the entire system. But we are confident that this competence-based education is what is going to transform Kenya from third world to first world.
Is there any action that